Some of the news that broke right before the top of the hour was that Mitch McConnell had said that a group of senators, Republican senators, are already planning a meeting for tonight to discuss what to do about health care next. But in the meantime, the House is not sitting on its hands, despite the Senate's attempts to repeatedly repeal health care. The Ways and Means Tax Policy Subcommittee, right now, it's on your screen, is holding a hearing on how to fix our broken tax code. But will House Republicans be able to keep its caucus together and avoid the disagreements that doom the Senate health care plan? Let's bring in a congressman who's worked with both sides very easily, Republican Congressman from Illinois, Rodney Davis. Good to have you, sir. Thank you for joining us. I'll get right to it. Things have changed a lot over the past 24 hours, and that, of course, last night, the President said, just dump it, let it go, and then today he said, wait a minute, no, work on it, get it done, and if it means staying for the August recess, too bad, that's what you have to do. As the Senate goes through that Sturm und Drang and that drama, tell me how that affects you and the House on things like the budget and tax reform.
You know, it really shouldn't affect us all, Liz. You know, we did our job. We actually were in the same place that the U.S. senators are in right now. Just a few short months ago, we had to pull the bill from the floor. But that's the time that we sat down and we worked together, we worked out our differences, and we passed a health care bill that we believe is going to address many of the accessibility and affordability problems in this country. The Senate's at that same point right now. I'm glad the President used his leadership and his position to say we need a repeal and a replace at the same time, and I wish the senators luck in crafting that plan over the next week.
What we find interesting about you, Congressman, besides just you being who you are and all of that, you've shown a successful track record when it comes to working across the aisle. Could you whisper in your colleagues' ears, let's just bring in the Democrats, on some of these issues that you're about to tackle, because you know how to do it. 2015, you worked with Democrats to get certain parts of Obamacare rolled back, gotten rid of, so that small businesses in return could hire veterans. And that was a big success.
You know, it was a big success. It was an idea that came from a veteran in my district, and we got unanimous support to fix Obamacare. And who would have thought that would have happened in Washington even back in 2015, but it did. And I hope I can use this message through your program today to urge my colleagues on all sides. Let's come together and fix this broken tax code. There are Democrats and Republicans that believe that we need to fix this broken tax code and grow our economy. And when we do that, we're going to continue to see job growth, we're going to see employment, and we're going to see opportunities for those who need it the most. But if we get caught up in this, who's going to win today, and is the president going to be a victor in this or not, then, you know, the only people that lose are the American people. And I want to continue to be a voice to stop that action and stop inaction and have action.
Which comes first, the chicken or the egg? And I'm kidding when I say that, but sort of not. Budget reform or tax reform when it comes to what you in the House plan to tackle?
Well, when it comes to the budget, we want to use the budget reconciliation process to put a good tax reform package together. Because the unfortunate reality of Washington today is it's become less bipartisan. I've seen many on the other side of the aisle just completely walk away from even discussing solutions to many of our provisions in fixing that broken tax code. So we want to use the budget reconciliation process, which means Republicans are going to have to come together on a budget so that we can have that 50-vote threshold.
We're looking at live pictures from the Budget Committee, which is right now working on this and trying to tackle it. What do you feel about infrastructure? You're on the House Infrastructure Committee, and Americans on both sides would like to see some bridge building, literal bridge building, and highways being fixed, because it would put a lot of folks back to work, would it not? How close are we to that, or how far?
Well, I think we can get there easily as long as we have all sides come together. I've been in the room with the President when he's talked about the need to invest in infrastructure. This is one of his priorities. But we've got to be able to come together as Republicans and Democrats. And my charge to the other party is, let's not worry about the politics. Let's actually put a good plan forward to fund our crumbling infrastructure and rebuild our roads and bridges. The President wants to do this. Let's not let politics get in the way, because we can craft that bipartisan bill. But it's going to, you know, time will tell if they're going to be willing to come to the table to do that.
Well, keep us posted. Any success, you got to come here, at least even if you get close, Congressman. Thank you for joining us.